Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Marilena Tarantino from POLI.design, and today I will present the Specializing Master in Furniture Design. Please feel free to use the chat box to submit any questions you have, which we will address in the second part of the session. Now, let me introduce the professor, Francesco Zurlo, Dean of the School of Design and co-director of the Master in Furniture Design. I leave the floor to the professor.
Thank you so much, Marilena. So just to start this presentation, I want to introduce the faculty of our masters. So with Professor Alessandro Deserti, who is the director of the Department of Design of Politecnico in Milano, one of the biggest departments dedicated to design in the world. I'm the Dean of the School of Design, as Marilena mentioned. And even the School of Design is one of the biggest in the world, with more than 4,500 students. And then we have also Elisa Story, coming from a very eminent, important entrepreneurial family related to design, to furniture design specifically, and that she is the scientific coordinator. And then the project coordination is in the hands of John William Bennett, an English-Italian designer working with us from since the starting of this master. And then you already I've met Marilena Tarantino. Just to give you some information about the master, the goal of the master is training designers, giving them skills and competencies and knowledge about furniture design, in a way starting from the Italian design experience. So that's something different compared with some other international companies out there, international design arena. So the goal is to provide you with a comprehension of this industry, with technical knowledge, with comprehension of the market, and so on. The master will start in November, the early of November. We have 30 available seats, and the master will be in presence here in Milan. We are in the location of the master, POLI.design. POLI.design is a consortium of Politecnico in Milano, and we are in the northern side of Milan, in the campus of Bovisa, Politecnico campus. The master, lasts 1,500 hours and then delivers 60 European university credits. The goal I've already mentioned about the goals, so the possibility to give you some knowledge, some specific information and competencies about furniture, starting from the Italian experience. This is the goal of the master. So providing you these competencies to become a very good furniture designer, or maybe adding some knowledge or some extra information about the furniture sector, the furniture industry, in order to give you maybe design management skills for R&D position, for marketing position, for brand management related to the furniture sector. The structure of the master, this is a learning by doing approach. So our idea is starting from the real world, so involving companies, asking them to provide us some specific briefs, comparing with their position in the market, with their technologies, with their visions, and so on. That's a very interesting way to learn about design, and specifically about furniture design. The teaching language will be English, and then the qualification at the end of the master will be a first-level master degree in furniture design. This first-level master degree is delivered by POLI.design and ECTS, so the credits are delivered by Politecnico in Milano, by the School of Design. Let me say that it is also a very interesting arena, because you find people coming from different countries, sometimes with different backgrounds, and this is the best way to compare yourself with some other cultures or with some other backgrounds, and then supporting innovation. Let me say something about the training modules, because the master is divided in 5 training modules. The first one is dedicated to the Italian furniture design and manufacturing. So I want to provide you some basic knowledge about furniture, about design, the way you can design products, the way you can use some specific softwares, then acquiring competencies about 3D modeling and rendering and prototyping. And then the idea is showing some case studies and best practices coming from Italian design, focusing on technologies and materials and marketing, the reason why of that specific products, and then going in depth in the analysis of manufacturing processes. When we talk about furniture design in Italy, it's not just the conceptualization of the product, but even the way of materializing, so making concrete the idea, and also, and then you need to start a very strict relationship with industries, with craftsmanship, so with factory workers. So then another module is dedicated to product design and engineering. So we start from advanced design, so how to find new opportunities for companies, real companies. Then how to develop these products in a way, respecting the targets, the cost of, the feasibility of the use of some specific materials and so on. You will get some information, some knowledge about how to engineer the furniture products, understanding what are the implications coming from manufacturing constraints, and then understanding the language of furniture that is related to colors, materials, and finishing, what we call CMF, in order to improve the attractiveness of your solutions and the quality of your solutions. Then we have also an empowerment path that's very important from our point of view, because most of the projects are delivered in team, so you must understand how to relate to other people, how to get the leadership when you need it, or how to negotiate your ideas and so on. That's the best way to start conversation with your colleagues, maybe coming from different contexts with different cultures and so on. Then, a very good product is not enough, because you must find the right way to communicate the product. So this is the reason why we dedicated space to portfolio presentation and to the presentation design, what we call presentation design, pitching or not. So the possibility to show the characteristics of your design. Then we have a module dedicated to design strategy. I used to teach in this module with Professor Deserti. This module is dedicated to strategic design and brand design. So strategic design is about the understanding of the reason why of the furniture products you are designing. So in a way matching with the characteristics of the company, matching with some opportunities emerging from the market, and so on. So another specific issue is related to brand and branding. You know that for Italian design furniture, it's very important the reputation of companies, the brand, the stories, the storytelling related to the companies, and so on. So we will face all these issues in these specific modules. Another thing very important related to design strategies is that it's not enough to design a good product, but you need to find the right way to communicate the product, to add some specific services. Think about the B2B services for contract sector, hospitality, restaurants, offices, and so on. So we will focus on that specific issue. Then the last one, but not least, is communication, retail service, and exhibition design. So, for instance, you need to understand how to distribute these furniture products, and maybe you need to design even the distribution channels when you are proposing a new product, or maybe you need to design even the display of that product in order to make understandable from the market, from the users, the design density, let's say, that you put into this specific product. And we will go in depth in the retail service and exhibition design, even analyzing some new trends for retailing, so transforming the retail system in a kind of experience design location, and exploring even the power of digitalization, e-commerce in this sector. As you can see, we touch different issues related to furniture design. As I mentioned before, we have a specific learning by doing approach. So we used to collaborate with companies that come during the workshop. So we have some specific workshop of design studio where companies come, they propose, a brief, maybe because they have to fill a lack in the catalog, and they collaborate with our students. Many times, people coming from the company collaborate with our professionals and our professors to follow the students. Here you can see just an example of the project coming from a team group, a teamwork, and then you can see the evolution of the project. So starting from the first sketches and then exploring possibilities, going in depth in the analysis of the details. So details are very important in Italian design furniture. So understanding how these details can make the difference for the product you are proposing, and then choosing the colors and materials and finishing of that specific solutions. Here you have another example. This is a bookshelf, starting from a brief coming from a very important, maybe one of the biggest Italian furniture company, that's Molteni, and so collaborating with Molteni. So and we have visited the company, we have visited the museum Molteni, we went to visit even the factory to understand what were the constraints coming from the manufacturing processes, understanding their manufacturing lines and so on, in order to get the best for driving the design activity. This is another example. Badges started our collaboration, the collaboration with the master since the first edition. And so even in this case, you can see the evolution of the idea with this final, presentation, where the students start from the sketches, and the different explorations of the ideas, and then providing final rendering. The way you visualize is very important to make the reader of this visual clear about the idea you want to propose to the market. And then you can see some details, something related to colors, materials, and finishing. The School of Design is well equipped with workshops, and the students of the Master in Furniture Design use the workshops of the School of Design, collaborating with the technicians that drive these workshops. And this is the exhibit workshop. Is a very big workshop where our students learn how to relate to the materials, understanding the characteristics of materials, so specifically materials related to the furniture sector, and they learn how to make prototypes or how to make models, and also to support their learning activity. And at the end of the master, every participant has to do a specific exercise. There is an internship, we test, we validate, let's say, the internship. Usually the internship is in one of the sponsored companies of the master, and then we give an evaluation assessment about the final individual project. So these are the professional outcomes, the possibility to become a product development leader, or working as a technical expert or as a product engineer, acquiring competencies to become a design director or R&D manager, or managing the brand of the companies. Why choose this master? Because we involve a lot of very eminent Italian furniture companies, design brands. We start from real life design briefs, so there is a direct relationship with the real life of this company, and then you can meet people from the academy, but even people coming from the profession. So, and because we merge together, and also experiences coming from the academy, coming from the world of design, and this is a very immersive experience into the reality of Italian furniture design. And as I mentioned before, it is also a very intriguing contest, because you can meet people from many countries. For the next edition, we have more than 15 countries represented in the same classroom. This is very good, because innovation comes when you have diversity. Here we have the partners, so very important companies, starting from Molteni, then Living Divani, Boffi, MDF Italia, and so on, and with collaboration with studios. You can see some of the studio that used to collaborate with us. I give the floor to Marilena for some further information about administrative issues.
Thank you, Professor. I want to share more details about the application process for the next edition of the Master in Furniture Design that will begin in November 2025. On the Specializing Master webpage on the POLI.design website, you'll find the full list of required materials for the selection phase. By clicking on the Apply button, you will be able to create your personal account and upload the necessary files that are the CV, the portfolio, and the motivational letter. Then the application will be completed on the Politecnico di Milano website by uploading the documents related to your academic qualifications. If you need assistance during this phase, you can scan the QR code and we will help you. Then there are some steps to follow. The first one is the selection step that must be completed no later than 60 days before the course starting date. And then there is the enrollment step to be completed within 45 days. Please note that the applications are processed in chronological order and spots are limited. So don't wait for the last minute for the application. Additionally, by uploading all the documents, you will be already eligible to attend the next round of motivational interview that are scheduled on June 9 and 10. You can find in this slide the fee of the master, along with our promotional policy designed specifically for this program, an initiative to support the design potential of those who choose POLI.design. In particular, I'd like to highlight the early bird promotion that is valid for application received by May 30. And now we can move to the Q&A session. Let me check in the chat box if we have some questions. So the first one is related to the internship. Can the internship be also the creation of a student's own startup?
Yeah, it could be. It could be. In this case, you don't have a direct relationship with a company, but with some tutors coming from the master in furniture design with that specific skill. So supporting the participant, the participant to understand how to develop his or her own idea.
Okay, another one is, are there some visits during the master program?
Maybe you can give an answer about
Usually, Usually during the first phase of the master, with the more didactic modules dedicated to the design, Italian furniture design, we organize visit to the design studio, to the companies, as you were saying before, to see the manufacturing of the company, to see some museum. Specifically, we usually go to the Adi Design Museum, and we usually we do go outside the classroom to show you some places where we usually have,
Yeah.
for example, museums.
Adi Design Museum is the Museum of Industrial Design Association from Italy for people that are connected abroad, and you find the most important, iconic Italian products, Italian design products that won Compasso d'Oro.
Yeah. Then another question is, are there specific skills for a candidate to apply?
You must know some basic about design, of course, so otherwise it's quite difficult to follow the master. But we start with some basic knowledge, contents in order to make people the same level before starting with the workshops, with the other modules. So let us know, and we can find a way also to solve these gaps.
Yeah, and also the language. The master.
The master will be
totally
held in English, totally in English,
and,
totally in English. This is sometimes a problem when you refer to small and medium enterprises here in Italy, because it's not so diffuse the use of the English language. But so we understood that that's the best way, so to make the master at an international level, and so to compare with companies that want to grow, and then understanding even how to create this relationship with international students and professionals.
Then there is a question, how is the schedule of classes? Is it possible to have a part-time job?
Maybe you can give an answer about this.
So the master, usually classes take place 3 times per week, from 9:30 till 4:30, while the rest of the weeks is free. But it really depends on you, because the effort is you need a big effort to attend this master. So it really depends on you. If you want to find a part-time job, it is possible during the weekend, but when you have classes, the attendance is mandatory, and it's a pity also to lose some days of classes. So
we had some experiences with students that work, and they can follow the master and at the same time follow their job, but the job was quite flexible.
Yeah, exactly.
If you need to, go from 9 to 4 to 5 in a specific office, this is quite complicated for our master.
And then also, for example, at the beginning, usually you will have more than 3 days of lesson when you will have to visit companies, museum. So it also happened that in 1 week you have 4 days of lesson. So working, it's a bit complicated. Another question, if you are a resident in Milano as an international student, you also need a visa. It depends on your nationalities, but if you are international extra European students, you need to apply for a visa. But if you already attended like some university in Milano, you probably have to extend the permit of stay, but we have to check case by case. So if you write us an email, we can reply to your doubts. Okay. There are no other questions at the moment, so I would like to thank you, Professor Zurlo, for the presentation, and stay connected for the next presentation.